5:01. All right, 5:01, not bad. Let's see where we are when we get started. So see who's around, who's hanging out. The camera looks a little whack, but let's see what's going on. Come on, jump in, get online. 5 o'clock, Saturday special. Just hanging around here in the grotto. My name's Otto. Thank you for jumping in with us. We're going to see what happens. Saturday night. Saturday evening, really, dinner time. But if you're like me, you got up early and had kids' responsibilities and all that other stuff. So, yo, my boy Nemesis Prime just jumped on. The other fourth man in the basement from Jersey, kicking it. His variant videos, the two of them, got over 135, 140 views. What's up? Justin, how's the sound? Sounding all right? I'll wait till he responds. Yeah, so he's got over 165. Model Vault just jumped on. Good. Okay, cool. Model Vault, what's up, man? Thanks for jumping on Saturday night. So I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going completely solo, but I'll get that with you once we get a few more people jumping on. So, Justin, any prelude? You got any videos lined up? You got anything going to pop on 3 Men in the Basement soon? Working on anything? Let us know. So, Model Vault, how about you? You pick up any new books this week? Anything out of the ordinary that you picked up? I picked up a couple good stuff. I found a variant that I've been after for a while, which I'm going to talk about. And I've got 3 packages right here. Two from CGC and one from a live auction. And also, I just did a video for my live auction. Hopefully, I'll be jumping on with TiVo and Darkside Jedi this Friday night. Got a lot of good stuff to talk about. So I'm going to wait maybe 2 more minutes. Nice. All right. That's actually funny, Justin. Good. I'm glad that you can get that on there. Captain Britain #1, UK #1. That's huge because actually, while there's nobody on, I'm actually going to talk about Marvel Team Up 65 because I just picked that up. And this book is, people are talking about it. People are talking about Captain Britain. So, yeah, nice. Oh, you did. So I just picked that up too. Mine does not have the insert. It has the ad for the pizzazz, but it's not the Mark. It's not the Mark Jewelers insert. So, all right, I'm just gonna check this out real quick before we get started. Oh, Stay Puff, what's up, buddy? 1983. Happy birthday, brother. You're celebrating a birthday today or this week, right? Recently? I saw your post for your birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Cheers. Let me just see what else. Why can't I get this? There we go. All right, nice. And then I'll get on here. So I thought I was going to do this video today. See, brother, happy birthday. Cheers. Shout out to Stay Puff for his birthday today. I know he's up in the Northeast, in the tri-state area. So enjoy your night, man. Cheers. That's great. I got print #8. Really? Okay. Had to stop by. Thank you. Cheers. Happy birthday, brother. All right. So it's 5:05. People know we're on. So I'm going to get started. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Otto's Grotto, featuring 3 Men in a Basement. I'm your boy, Otto. This is my grotto. And this is definitely not 3 Men in a Basement. This is me going to hand solo, storyline, me by myself. Everybody's out adulting. My boy Roger Levesque is in Chicago with his wife, celebrating her 40th birthday, having a great weekend. About to go to a Chicago Bears game, which is his wife's dream for her 40th birthday. So I hope they have a great time. Bernie 1869 cannot be with us. He's out adulting, doing a lot of other things, parental stuff. So I want to do this video because I'm running out of time. And I'm running out of time because I'm getting more stuff in. And I don't want to spend a lot of time. I don't want to spend a lot of time with all these videos because I took a day. I had to take a day the other day. I went down to the southern part of the state. I picked some books up. I've got some CGC mail calls from Terrificon, and just tell you about some other CGC stuff that I've going on. Plus, I got a ton of hauls that I want to know if you guys are picking up. And so shout out to everybody who's been on with me. Stay Puff is his birthday. We got my boy Nemesis Prime. the model vault. Pope Cerebus the First is on. So we know it. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Batman Damned. No. We're not talking about that. We have talked about that book ad nauseum, at length. We're not going to talk about that book at all, but I just wanted to, I don't know, throw that out there because I thought it'd be pretty funny. But we're not talking about this. We know the deal. If you don't know the deal, then I don't know why you're watching me, but so whatever. So, I just broke something. But anyway, so we're going to get started with our last, yeah, I know. Tell me that was pretty funny though, right? Like, come on. I think that's just a little bit funny. We're going to start talking about some books that I got in and the stories behind them, because I love to talk about the books and where we got them. You know what I mean? Sure, I buy stuff on eBay, but I'll tell you, it's all about the hunt. I've said this ad nauseum to you guys. You know, I'm 47 years old. I've been collecting books since I was in my young teens, and I took a long time off, obviously, to have my kids get married, you know, do some adulting, but I'm back, and I really enjoy the hunt. I enjoy finding books out in the wild. I enjoy finding multiple copies, sending them out, seeing if we can come back at, and maybe upgrading. But sure, I could go on eBay. Sure, I could jack up a credit card, but that's not me. I've been doing it for so long that it's a sprint. I mean, it's a marathon, not a sprint, to find some of these books. So I bought some books off auction from my boy Big Easy. The NY Warriors had a auction. My boys TiVo and Darkside Jedi are having an auction this Friday night, I think 10 o'clock Pacific time. I've got a preview video up. I've got a lot of good stuff, about 10 different lots of books that I'm selling. Plus, I'm going to be selling my Teen Titans poster, which is in a video. I'm not going to talk about it. You got to watch that video. That's going to drop later on this week. So during pre-production, I used the magical CGC knife of opening, and I opened up some stuff. And so this is what I got from Big Easy, my homeboy, Enrique. So I think I spent like $15, and I got a book that was signed. I really don't even remember what book it was, but I remember it was signed. And all right, we've got some Green Lantern stuff right here. Yes, okay, so this book was Green Lantern #1, signed by, let's see, who was it signed by? Oh, Ethan Van Sciver, okay? So I picked that book up, right? Well, that's what I picked up. Ethan Van Sciver autographed it. Pretty cool. It's got the Midtown certificate of authenticity. So, you know, Green Lantern fan, yes, I am. Hal Jordan, absolutely. I'm going to even borderline say I like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, except for Parallax. I thought Sinestro was good. I thought it had some redeeming qualities. I've always said it has to be really, really bad if for me to dislike it. Okay, so yeah, so he threw that in, and then he threw in some other ones. Threw in a #1 of the same book, I think. Jeff Johns, same book. Maybe a little variant cover. Pretty cool. Thank you, my boy. Let's see what else. And 2 other books, which I don't know about. Let's see. Oh, very cool. This is really, really cool, actually. Rebirth Trinity. There we go. I thought that was pretty neat. And the Legends book. Get out of here. All right. Very awesome. Legends, which this is a book I don't have. Matter of fact, I don't have all 4 of these books. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to take a little break because I'm going to see where we are in real time. Wow, is this the first Legends of Tomorrow? And John Byrne, too? No way. I'll be very impressed. Wow. Okay. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, so I hit my boy up, sent me out some stuff. So, definitely chilling with the NY Warriors. Give them a follow on YouTube. Sub them up. I'm sure if you guys are watching me, you're definitely watching them. So, yeah. So, 4 cool books. 4 books that I don't have. Part of the collection. All right. Big O, U42. What up, my boy Big O? Thank you for jumping on, too. It is Saturday night. Let's give a shout-out to Stay Puff. It's his birthday. Hanging out with us before he does his before he has his night out on his birthday. So, yeah, thank you very much for jumping in. So, yeah, huge shout-out to Biggie. I'm not going to let it go. Enrique, NY Warriors, great show. Marky316 stepped up for us the other night. Came on Lords of the Long Box. Very cool. Books I don't have. Can't wait to look through them. All right, now the next thing is the CGC box, okay? Now, I did open it, but that's as far as I did open. And this book was a recase. This book is Iron Man 55, double signed by Stan Lee and Jim Starlin. And while I was at Terrificon, 8.5 CGC. While I was at Terrificon, I contemplated having Joe Sinnott sign it and Roy Thomas, because they were both on that book. Joe Sinnott was the inker. Roy Thomas was the editor at the time. But I've heard horror stories of books not coming back the same grade. In retrospect, I should have had them crack it, sign it, then press it, then have them recase it. The problem with it was in the middle of Terrificon, the great 3 days that it was at Mohegan Sun, and we had such a blast. I had to go to a wedding in between. So Saturday, I had to leave my 3 kids with my good buddy Roger and everybody else. Nemesis Prime was there, was his bullet with his boy, and Barry Gary was there. Dennis Ford Comics was there. It was just a good time. Shout out to anybody. Amazing Murphinator was there and stuff like that. So the Karate Chop. The Karate Chop's not going to come yet. All right, Nemesis Prime. We got to build up to the Karate Chop. So, my Iron Man 55, which I bought off KP Henderson 8.5, was the case cracked. So I said, you know what? Let me send it to CGC. Let me have it come back. So nothing I shouldn't expect. But if this book is not an 8.5, and if it's not Iron Man 55, then there's a big problem. So the good news is the grade is still the same. It has a few more remarks than I expected, but all in all, and it is in a new case. The Newton rings are nil, so I'm very happy that I had that done. Okay, Iron Man 55. We know the story. First appearance of Thanos. Double signed right now. Did not have it. Yes, Stay Puff. Send me the link. I tried to go on your page the other day. And as soon as you did it, I tried to jump on there, and I did not see the link on your page. So I'll check it out, man. You know, Dr. Strangelove. I think I'm about to spend some booze for that. No, dude, booze isn't my problem. And I'll tell you what, expensive booze, cheap booze, it's all booze to me, man. So yeah, it does look good, and I really like this book now. I mean, I always love this book, but I really appreciate this book a little bit more. I've got a signed. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my God, I don't know where it is. Anyway, I've got a signed Thanos figure by Jim Starlin, and I'm considering bringing it to Michael's and having the figure signed. Yeah, it was worth a try. You know what? Hey, man, maybe in an hour I'll be taking you up on that offer. So, but anyway, I have the Thanos figure, the Walmart exclusive, because there's no more Toys R Us, so everything is Target or Walmart exclusive. Set up. Cool. I'm definitely going to do that, Stay Puff, 100%. So I was going to get this and the Thanos figure framed at Michael's, you know what I mean? And then maybe one more thing. I haven't thought about what else I want to put in there. Maybe a different book, maybe a small poster of Thanos signed by Starlin. I think Starlin's going to be around the East Coast a lot more this year because he's starting to do more stuff. And I'll tell you, I met Starlin at Terrificon. I waited almost an hour. That's a long time. And he was a really cool guy. Starlin was really cool. I was really sour about waiting so long, especially with my early entry to the con, because I was staying at the hotel and I had the 3-day passes. I felt like I wasted all this time with early access, and he didn't show up. So I was a little bit sour. Excuse me. Plus, I was a little I'd never met him. Please understand that. I'd never met him, but I was a little bit, I don't know. He didn't, the whole CGC thing, he got upset. I always kind of thought he was a diva, an older guy, blah, blah, blah. But whatever. Hands down, great guy, fantastic guy. Check out my pictures on IG. Me and my brother Brett X met him, and it was really cool to meet him. All right. So just a great guy. So yeah, I figured out what I'm going to do with that. Now, these next 2 books are very important to me. They're not Marvel books. They're not DC books. They are Sick Puppy Studio books. If you've listened to me and followed me over the past 2 or 3 years, I talk about my brother Brett X Power Kid Comics, okay? What other two? What are we talking about? Poor man's comic. I didn't see just one. Oh, the other two. The other two guys that are hanging out with me. No, man, they're adulting. They're adulting. They got too much stuff to do. Roger's in Chicago. Bernie's doing whatever. And the other two. That was funny. I thought you meant like maybe my libations or something like that, or my kids. But getting back to it, this was my brother Brett, aka Power Kid Comics, Sick Pup Studios on Instagram. He's Power Kid Comics. If you Google Sick Puppy Studios, he will come up, Brett X. My brother is an independent comic book artist. He went to the Joe Kubert School of Cartooning, and he draws all different types of stuff. And when you go to different shows up in the Northeast, he's always in artist alleys for the indie artists. My brother Brett has made it, okay? He sits with, other artists, some legends, some guys just like us, but he has been doing Power Kid for almost 8 to 10 years now. Don't quote me. He also does other books for kids and also for adults. He does The Sentinel. He does, oh my God, it was a version of Savage Dragon. Not a version of Savage Dragon, but it had Dragon in it. I just can't think of it. I apologize. And the Power Kid comics are geared towards younger kids to get them into reading comics. Now, my brother Brett draws it, inks it, writes it all himself. All with ink and pen on table. So it takes Brett a long time to do it. So when this book first came out, we were huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fans, and he wanted an epic number to start with. So he started off with Power Kid Comics number 316, right? Because Austin 316 for you guys who don't know. So there's 2 books in here. Both are his first issue. These books are the first CGC registered books of Power Kid Comics. So now my brother Brett is officially in the census for CGC. Okay, I had him sign it. So these are yellow labels. He's got great books. Another person's name, Kubert. How would you say it? Is it Kubert? Joe Kubert? Andy Kubert? I don't know. Anyway, so these are his first books. This last book that he just did was a Brave and the Bold cover swipe. Absolutely fantastic with his characters and stuff like that. So we're going to find out what his 2 books. These are both the same book. I had 2 of them done because why? 2 is always better than 1. All right. So I'm not looking at this. All right. I expect these books to become pretty high grade. So the first book that I'm going to open on the CGC census for Power Kid Comics is a 9.6. Okay, a 9.6. So Brett's first book, Power Kid number 316, Sick Puppy Studios, 2007. Wow, I didn't realize that. Brett E. Swanson, story, cover, and art, white pages, is a 9.6. So congratulations to my brother Brett. You now have a book in the CGC census. And you can see through his artistic stuff right there, you got a lot of Kirby influences, a lot of old school stuff. It's just really, really cool. Did he make me? You know what? I don't remember. Actually, I left it. He goes like, dude, you didn't even pay for the books yet. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, you didn't pay me for the books. And I'm like, no, don't remember that. I was all fired up. I was like, he definitely did not charge me for signatures. And he does trade paperbacks now. So he'll autograph them. He's got a very stylish signature. Very cool. So, all right. So 9.6. I'm hoping for the 9.8. But to see my brother's stuff in a CGC slab is really amazing because, let's see, Colbert. It's got Colbert. Okay, Colbert. We just talked about him. All right. So first book down. All right. Now the next book is the same book. Don't know what differentiates 9.2, 9.6, 9.4. But I had 2 sent in. And this book is a CGC 9.8. There we go. Hiawatha karate chop. Boom. 9.8. That's what we want. Wow. That is awesome. So my brother Brett has officially a 9.6 and a 9.8 in the CGC registry. Holy cow. If that's not exciting, I don't know what is. Oh, man. Wow. New cases. Not dinged up at all. Yeah, man, I'm a little bit speechless right now, you know? And so I think what I'm going to do is every time I see him, every time I get around them, well, I won't have a CGC witness. So I'm just going to have to either go to the cons that he goes to. He goes to Terrificon. He goes to Rhode Island. I should. I'm definitely going to make him do a room. Not for the karate chop win. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do this. Now that, you know, we do have CGC around and we're into getting his book signed. I mean, sky's the limit. He was thinking about doing some variants for his books. He did a few one-on-ones that were really neat that sold pretty quickly. So, yeah, so we're open to all types of stuff, you know. So give my brother Brett X a follow at Power Kid Comics, 6 Puppy Studios on Instagram. DM him if you want to buy some of his books. He'll always ship them out. Great reads if you've got young kids and you're trying to get into comic books. So very, very, very awesome books. All right. Fantastic. All right. What did everybody think of the Dark Phoenix trailer? I liked it. Thought it was pretty cool. Don't know how they're going to do it. I think it definitely should be 2 movies, you know, maybe 5 hours long. Yeah, big O. I'm glad you liked it. I like the actress. You know what I mean? I never thought of her watching Game of Thrones. I never thought she'd be a Jean Grey. But, you know, throw a little makeup on her, get her hair done a little bit, and it was pretty neat. I liked Magneto. Fassbender, to me, is a great Magneto. Ian McKellen is no comment, really. Okay. Ian McKellen is a great Magneto in his older years. Patrick Stewart is great, so I think some questions here was still good enough for now. Yeah, I mean, it's a teaser trailer. It's a trailer. There was some stuff. I'm sure TiVo, Darkside Jedi, and Lords of the Long Box, we're going to dissect it a little bit more. But let's face it, we got a good time for movies coming up. I mean, we've got Venom's right around the corner. Saw the second trailer. Thought it was pretty cool. We've got Aquaman coming up. We've got Transformers. So a lot of good times. I know Nemesis Prime went and saw the original Transformers movie out in the theater, and he videotaped a bunch of it. Said it was really, really cool. And when I was on Instagram, I couldn't believe how many people actually were like going to see it, man. I was really happy to see that they were going to see it because I'm a huge G1 Transformers fan. And again, I talked about that on Lords of the Long Box. So now I'm going to talk about some hauls, some pickups. I'm not a true variant whore. I don't know how to say this. If there's a hot variant, I don't know the 1 in 100. I don't know the 1 in 50s. I don't know the 1 in 10s. I usually follow on the coattails of Bernie 1869 and Nemesis Prime. I just kind of do what they're doing, and I'm like, hey, get me an extra copy. You know, if it's an artist that I really enjoy, John Byrne, Dave Cockrum, George Perez, any of those artists, I'll always look out for it. You know, Art Germ, Adam Hughes, stuff like that. So I definitely ride on the coattails of my 3 Men in the Basement brothers when it comes to variants. So, but I go to the store. I'm no dummy. If I see one book and there's 15 other books, I know that must be the variant. So whatever. So had some time on Wednesday to go hit up some stores in the southern part of Connecticut. Went to Alternate Universe, and cool store. They got 2 stores down off 95, and I had a good time there. So the first book I picked up, and I don't know really too much about this whole storyline, is Spider-Geddon #0. All right, I picked up this cover, and I picked up this cover, and I think those are really cool covers. So picked those both up. And when I was looking at it, you know, I'm all about the 0 issues because that kind of sets the stage for stuff. I really enjoy some of the stuff because it brings it all. It gives you that foreshadowing that you want. It gives you a cliffhanger. But as I was looking at this cover, actually, I looked through it a little bit. I got Spider-Ham. Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham, is on this cover. So as I stated 3 or 4 months ago on Lords of the Long Box, you can find that book very cheap, probably in high grade. Get it sent in. Look for an investment. The PS4 Spider-Man. Yes. So this is – I'm not playing that game, and we've talked about that on 3 Men in the Basement. Pat Howe is. I feel like I should. But I think that this costume is becoming iconic now. I mean, they're putting it in the books. This might as well be just as good as like the any other of his costumes. So really cool. Miss Hustle just jumped on. Thank you for joining on. Appreciate you jumping on today on this Saturday early evening before everybody goes out. So yeah, I'm not playing it. Looks really cool. I'd love my kids to play it. I'd actually buy it for them. let them hear that. So anyway, love this cover right here. As I was looking through this, just coming through it, talked about Spider-Man 616, talked about another universe Spider-Man. So I think you're going to get tons of different Spider-Man from the different universes. And the fact that Spider-Ham's on it, go buy it. Marvel Tales #1, first appearance of Spider-Ham. Might be worth your $1 if you're a flipper, okay? Now, 2 books, which I've really been enjoying this series. Gail Simone is absolutely killing this book. I like Domino. I thought she was great in the Deadpool movie. I thought the actress actually absolutely killed it as her character. I thought the dialogue was great. So I've been reading up all stuff Domino. And this is Domino Annual #1, done by Frank Cho. And I have this one done by, or Frank Cho, yeah, and by Greg Land right here. I bought these 2 variants when I was in the southern part of the state. Yeah, let me see. So love this book. Very 70s-ish, very retro, pretty cool. Frank Cho absolutely kills these books. He does a lot of shows. He's a really great guy to talk to. That might get autographed because that's such a cool book. And this one, we all know the relevance of this cover and the swipe itself. So very cool. On the cover, you've got Outlaw, Diamondback, Colossus, and Cable. Cable looks really cool. Greg Land actually killed this cover right here. So, yeah, 2 books. Thought they were pretty neat. Picked them up. Can't wait to read one of them. Actually, I started to. But next thing we have is XMen Blue. And when I was at this shop, so let me put this up right there. Love this retro cover right here. This is Jack Kirby, X-Men all day. Nemesis Prime, would you like to fill us in on the Spider-Geddon Zero variant? I showed 2 of them. Would you like to fill us in on some of it? Because, you know, I'm not the true variant whore, but I'll wait, enjoy my libations, and if you want to type something about it, go ahead. I tried to get you on for the Google Hangout. You said you were busy. But go ahead. Tell us about it. So anyway, I'm going to let him type and whatever. All right. So I picked this up, and I'm glad. I was looking at it. I'm like, nah, do I really want that? And I grabbed it, and I was like, I was going to go to my local LCS2. The one with Mary Jane is a cover swipe of ASS. Oh, okay. I didn't collect Spider-Man up till I stopped around 300, 301. So if you say so, there you go. That's why we kept Nemesis Prime around, because he knows a lot. All right. So this book was very cool. And I was like, you know what? Oh, forget that. I got another one back up. So I'm like, should I get it or get it? Whatever. But when I went to my LCS, they did not have it. So I'm happy that I picked this one up because it is very Jack Kirby, very original X-Men style. So, yeah. All right. Now, can't wait to read these books. These covers are absolutely fantastic. This Death of the Inhumans by Danny Cates is just absolutely insane. This, Cates, anything he writes is straight fire. I mean, Donny Cates, anything Donny Cates is straight fire. And this Death of the Inhumans is pretty cool. These are the Young Guns covers right here. We've got the second printing right here, which is pretty neat. I love it. Black, red, very, very cool. Really, really cool covers. All right. Then, these are about a week late. I apologize because I didn't do my homework on it, and I should have as an X-Men fan, as a Wolverine fan, which if you watch Lords of the Long Box, I've been doing some Mutant Monday specials. I just did ones about some of my favorite X-Men issues, early issues. This week, a little foreshadowing. It's going to be about X-Men 109, 120, and 121. So if you're a fan of Alpha Flight and the X-Men battle, please jump in on that. I'm going to drop that Monday night sometime around 7 o'clock. So with the return of Wolverine, we had this cover, regular cover. Definitely going to read it, give it a shot. Yeah, I know. Alpha Flight. Yeah, really, that's what John Byrne did with it. You know, John Byrne said, "Look, I've got these characters. I'm throwing them out there. You like them. We're gonna sell 1 million copies, and you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I want." And 12 issues into it, if you don't know by now, he kills Vindicator. John Byrne kills everybody. He doesn't care. But anyway, Alpha Flight, great run. Some of my favorite characters. Anarchy Comics is in here in the house too. Great guys. All right, having a good time. 31 minutes into it. Some thumbs up. We'll be all set. So I picked that up. Can't wait to read it. I picked up the patch version of Wolverine. Very cool. You know, neat cover. Patch has always been a cool character. Just a great version of Wolverine. You know, and when I do a video about Wolverine, I'm going to tell you my expectations of what I thought he would be like on a big screen. Hugh Jackman didn't disappoint, but there was some other qualities of what I expected Wolverine to look like on screen. So, but that's okay. I mean, just my own opinion. But again, all his Wolverine, any version he did of Wolverine, I thought was really cool. All right. And then we have this video, this book right here, which is the Shire, I think, when they go out into space and meet the Guardians and stuff like that. So this is all this is like X-Men 90. It's like 100, 101. And then you get into where Phoenix goes and destroys the planet. And then the Shire, you know, want to take Phoenix to court. They take her. They put her in the thing. So, you know, one of the greatest runs in the X-Men story, 129 to 136. And then 135 to 136, Cyclops quits because of the death of Phoenix. So, yeah, pretty cool. Costume was always pretty neat. Dave Cockrum influence all day right there. All right. And then I picked up the other one. I have the black and white version of it, which is the House Party. This was a one per store. The only reason I picked this book up is because I have a black and white, the black and white one. So I thought it was pretty neat. And this was done by, I don't know, Jim Noack. Am I saying this right? Noack. All right. So, yeah, so I picked that one up too. So got a bunch of them. I'm missing a couple on the Return of Wolverines. I don't know if you guys know about those. If you guys pick those up, let me know up in the comments, and I'll tell you. I don't know all the variants. I don't take time to look at all of them. You know, the 789 variants, the Midtown Comics variants, you know what I mean, stuff like that. They're all over the place. Don't know if you guys follow all that stuff. But I do know that this is a 1 in 10. This was a Thor book, and anything Odin to me, anything All-Father with Odin All-Father on the cover, I buy. But I don't know why there's sharks floating around. I mean, he's in space, clearly. He's got, seems like Mjolnir in his hand, right? Because it's the only hammer I would ever see Thor holds. And then there's sharks floating around him. Don't know. I'll have to read it to find out. But yeah, just a really cool Odin cover. And it eludes me who played Odin in the Thor movies. Silence of the Lambs. Hannibal Lecter. Guys, help me out. Who played Hannibal Lecter? It's not Anthony Daniels. I don't know. Anthony Hopkins, yes. You know, I'm singing Anthony Daniels. Anthony Hopkins, yes. So I thought Anthony Hopkins was a great, did a great Odin. So very cool. The All-Father. All right, next one. I've been after this book for a while. I kind of like these. This is Teen Titans number 20. The first appearance of Crush. All right. Love it. The daughter of Lobo. And I missed out on this one. So story behind this book. I'm trying to get a good angle of it. The guy had it for a certain price. You know, we know it's about the art of the deal. I asked him if he would take, you know, $10 less as I was buying a bunch of other books. He said, yeah. So I picked it up. I loved it. You know why? Because on a cover, you can't see it, but in script, it says that she has a jumping ability and super strength like Lobo. Unlike Lobo, we can see her pupils because she's only half Caesarian. I don't know what Lobo's playing. Caesarian. Her chain is unbreakable, of unknown origin, probably a gift from Lobo herself. But just really cool character, Crush. I've got another variant that I thought was pretty cool of her. So, you know, Teen Titans is about to drop on DC streaming. I actually thought it was out already. I apologize. So I was in the group chat and I'm like, yeah, so how's Teen Titans? They're like, dude, it's not out yet. Well, what do you mean? The channel's been out yet? And they're like, no, it's not out yet. So I'm just getting something online right now on YouTube right now. So I did like it. Thought it was pretty cool. And then I was digging through them long boxes, and I think I get this from Bernie 1869 and Nemesis Prime, as far as when you see books that you know are keys, pick them up, even though you're not interested in it. Because you know what happened? I did pick up, I was at an LCS, I was digging through a long box, and I found the first appearance of Binary. I paid $5 for it. I apologize if you guys think I'm a jerk. I listed it for $50. It sold within 10 minutes. And I'm not a comic book flipper like that, but you know what? $50 is $50. That's 10 times your money. You know, that was pretty neat, and it's off. And it was in really, really good shape. So I quoted it as VF near mint. So, yeah, that book is off to a good home. So I hope somebody enjoys it. Miss Hustle, what a jerk. You know, hey, you know, the struggle's real. You know, you got to make your money somehow. And I expected it to sit there forever. So then I have I just picked this one up, and I probably won't sell this because I realize I don't have this. And I was a New Mutants fan. I have New Mutants 1 through 12. If you got lucky to find it cheap, you don't want it. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, we're not buying $5 and $10 books anymore, you know. So, so I did pick this one up, New Mutants. The first appearance of Magic, Lalandra, if I'm saying her name right, New Mutants 14. I hope this movie does well, because Chris Claremont, the graphic novel of the New Mutants, was really cool. The series was really cool. It just came out at a weird time for me. I mean, it came out in 84, 83. Okay, 83, you know, which was when they were trying to introduce more X books, and they were doing a good job, but it was just like the kids of the X-Men. It's very hard to introduce somebody. And I was a kid when this book came out. I was 12 years old. So when New Mutants came out, I bought them. I enjoyed it. And they were trying to introduce the new characters. And you know what? Throw something out there. If it sticks, it sticks. I'm happy with it, you know? So if you've been watching Lords of the Long Box, we've been talking about movies and stuff like that and possible new characters hitting the screen. And the books are heating up. I mean, the Eternals, if you just watched it, the Eternals book, I was bidding on a book, 9.4, 9.6, $300, $400, $500, $600 right now. You know what I mean? And that book you could have bought 10 years ago for $2. Yes, 100% Stay Puff. Agree with you. Bill Sienkiewicz is one of my favorite artists now. When I was a kid and I was buying those books off the rack, his artwork was too abstract for me. I didn't get it. But you know, I'm a little bit older, a little bit more mature, you know, a little bit more in debt, a little bit heavier. But now I really appreciate it, especially his Moon Knight stuff. His Moon Knight stuff and his New Mutant stuff are really cool. I would love for him to do a show up here in the Northeast, but he hasn't done a bunch of them. I'd love to talk to the guys at Max Light 2 bags. No, I have not, Big O. That would be a question for Bernie, 1869. He's really good with all that kind of stuff. Me, I just go up to my comic shop. I'm like, dude, I need bags and boards, and they give me whatever, and I just bag and board it, you know. So, 2 books on the New Mutants a lot that I bought. Super Machine got lucky on one of the Bill covers. Yeah, no, Miss Hustle, you're gonna like the New Mutants. If the movies come out the way they want, quasi horror, quasi superhero stuff, really cool. Next book that I'm going to talk about before the last book is Marvel Team Up 65, Spider-Man and Captain Britain. If you've been following us on Lords of the Long Box, we've been talking about this because they're my thought process isn't very strong, you guys. I mean, really, like, it doesn't take much. I got 3 kids upstairs running around. I got, you know, the house is pretty busy and stuff like that. Here I am trying to talk about comic books. So, yeah, it doesn't mean it's not very easy to derail me. So, Captain Britain is going to make it to the big screen. Yes. You can find this book in long boxes right now for pretty cheap. This book does not have the Mark Jewelers insert, but it is a nice book. What's really cool about it is it's a I think it's a Dave Cockrum story, but John Byrne and it's a Dave Cockrum cover, but Chris Claremont and John Byrne did the story. and they did that run for a long time in the Marvel team up. So, you know, great stories. I love the Marvel team ups because sometimes they're 2-3 issue books that are really cool, and you always have different artists. It's like the Thing Marvel team up books. Those books are really cool because, you know, you get a lot of characters that deal with the Thing, and you got a lot of writers that jump in and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. So I've been saving this for last, and if you were following me on Thor on Thursday, I did break this out. Question: what's the Jewelers ad? Okay, so the Mark Jewelers ad is, it's like think of it as a magazine insert. If you were to open one of your magazines that you read, and there was like an insert for like a send away, or thank you, Judah84, I appreciate it. So the Mark Jewelers insert was something that you could pull out of the book and then order something from it, whether it was CDs, tapes, or some type of music or T-shirts or something like that. It was something that you could absolutely pull out of the comic book itself. Again, think of it as a magazine that you get nowadays. Not that anybody reads magazines anymore, but magazines that you get with some type of insert that you would pull out, or like a flyer in there. So I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, you would open it up, you would see if it doesn't belong in that book, if it's not a story, it's usually an insert. That's what the Mark Jeweler insert is. So the last book, again, if you're watching Lords of the Long Box, I think this book came in number 2 at the most sold bronze books in a month. Okay, it's my second copy. No, you can't. No. I think because it makes the book more complete. It means that the book, you know, really wasn't tampered with, probably wasn't open and stuff like that. So I don't know if that answers your question. Just talking about what my opinion would be for like the Mark Jeweler insert and stuff like that. So yeah, that would mean the book is more complete. Does it raise the grade? No. Does it add the value? I don't really think so. But you know, it is noted on. It is noted. Yeah, coupon stuff, absolutely. So here we go with the Grail, the number 2, the second copy for me. That's right, the first appearance of Hulk. Oh my God, did I just say Hulk? Wolverine. Hulk 181. 5.0. Local shop had it. Got it at a flea market or a tag sale. Shout out to Casey's. My boy Fred. I know I did. I know I said it. You know why? My son was walking downstairs. I'm getting distracted, and it doesn't take much to derail me, as we were finding out. So, yeah. First appearance of Wolverine, Hulk 181, 5.0. Purple label. Okay? So, the person who owned this book touched up the Hulk with a black marker. And I knew it going into it. Okay, I knew it when the guys were sending it out. So they sent it to CGC. They had it pressed. I knew all about it. And I knew it would come back with the purple label. I'm okay with it. I really am, because, you know, you always got to go for the good deals. And regardless, a Hulk 181 is still a Hulk 181. Is still a Hulk 181. The book is on fire. Books are tripling in price. If you had this book 3 years ago and you're investing, you're looking at 3 times your dollar value. Sure, people will say there's lots of them out there. And yes, there absolutely are lots of them out there. Excuse me. But it is the first appearance of Wolverine. We know what's happened to him. This book and Amazing Spider-Man 129, I think, are the 2 biggest bronze books. I don't know if you guys agree with me. First appearance of Punisher, first appearance of Wolverine. What's pretty funny is after Hulk 100, because we know it only went through a few issues, the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon and the first appearance of Wolverine are the most expensive books in the Hulk line, right? So, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for jumping on. Punisher all day. Absolutely. Can't wait for season 2 on Netflix. Absolutely can't wait. So, happy to have the book in the stable. I'm not looking to move it. Going to sit on it a little bit. You know, people are saying send it back to CGC, have them take the resto off, and see what it comes back at. Look, I'm not that familiar with it. You know, when it comes to the world, you know, I try to do my best. But if it comes back a 4.5, maybe a 4, and there's no resto, then I'd be okay. But, you know, to think somebody's going to crack it open, you know, use a X-Acto knife and try to mark the pen off it. When the books stay in my personal collection, Jeff Johnson. Oh my God. We got 12 people in the house right now. Let me give a shout out to everybody. We got the Big O. We got Miss Hustle. We got Drudy84. We got Mr. Wobbles. We got Miss Hustle. We got Jonathan Stegmeyer. We got Jeff Johnson. We got a bunch of people in there. I know a lot of people have some other stuff to do. You know, Stay Puff is still on. Happy birthday, brother. Hope you celebrate well tonight. Everybody give him a shout out. It is his birthday. So pretty happy to have it, you know, off-white to white pages. I am not going to NYC Comic-Con. So when I don't do all this, I'm a teacher. And to get time off during the school year is very difficult, especially in September and October. So I don't want to go there on a Saturday. Maybe I'd go on a Sunday. To me, my big show is Terrificon at Mohegan Sun. I am going to head up in 2 weeks to Super Mega Fest up in Massachusetts. That's a smaller show. I know a bunch of the vendors. I'll bring us some stuff up there to trade. I'm really trying to go after the FF5 right now, which is, you know, only gaining steam. I should have bought that book a while ago. First Doom. Shame on me. But I'm not going to New York City Comic-Con. I know my boy Justin Nemesis Prime will be there, I think Thursday and Sunday. There's some other people going up there, but I'm staying away from it. But I'm definitely going to be down in a year. I know we're talking about the show by you guys in Jersey next May, and then we got Terrificon again. So a bunch of the smaller shows are what I'm going after right now to go to it. But New York City, I just can't pull it off because I'd like to go on a Friday. I'm not going anywhere near the Jarvis Center on a Saturday. Or on Sunday, my kids all have football and sports, so just very busy. So, I'm going on like 46 minutes. Anything in the discussion you guys want to talk about? We talked a little bit about Phoenix. Really excited for Punisher number 3, season 3. Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. I was really, really, really not digging it. I wasn't. I'm sorry I wasn't. Towards the end of season 1, I was digging it. Season 2, one of the greatest Joker M21. Oh my, we got everybody jumping on. Not Punisher. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Punisher season 2, Daredevil number 3, is going to be out before we know it. I think Punisher 2 is going to be out before we know it too. But what I think of the new Joker movie, I like it. I like it because I'm into the Batman 66. I'm a huge Cesar Romero fan. I like the new take on it. I think we're looking at some good things right here. I think Martin Scorsese is producing it, and we talked about this on Lords of the Long Box. Martin Scorsese is not going to drop his name or put anything in something that he doesn't think is going to be really, really good. Okay? Joaquin Phoenix hasn't done much in a while, and to be the Joker, you got to be a little bit crazy. And to quote TiVo, Joaquin is a little crazy right now in his older age and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good. Daredevil. So, season 2 of Daredevil was amazing, and I think D'Onofrio killed that as the Kingpin. So now when they show the trailer, what's up, Joker? Thanks for joining in. With the white suit on, and I actually almost bought a Spider-Man book the other day where Spider-Man is on the floor, on the ground. He's like defeated, and Kingpin's standing over him, and it's really just the pants and the white coat, and that's just an iconic cover for me. I really should buy that in lieu of Daredevil season 3 coming out. Bullseye, one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time. I would probably say Bullseye is top 3 of my favorite villains. Daredevil 181, The Death of Elektra, is probably top 3 favorite stories. When Daredevil pulls out that card, which was the Ace of Spades, I think, it looks at Elektra and says, "You're good, but me, I'm magic," and flicks it and slices Elektra's throat. To me, as a kid, when I read that book, I will never, ever forget it. That's ingrained in my memory. That's Frank Miller. That's absolutely some of the best story I've ever seen. I've got that book at an 8.5. And do I want it in a higher grade? Sure, but the fact that I got it graded, we all know that cover. So that's a great, great cover. So I'm hoping that Daredevil does good. I'm hoping Bullseye is even cooler. Vincent D'Onofrio is good because I don't think after Daredevil season 3 we're going to see much of it. So I love Election, but they should not have killed her. They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have. But that was the whole thing where she comes back to life. Elektra has so many different personas. She's just really cool, and I've talked about this with you before, I'm sure, Miss Hustle. Jennifer Garner did a great job. She's hot. She did a great job. The girl who played it in the Netflix series did a great job. Looked like her. Did the whole accent. So very, very cool. Yeah. So that's about it. I'm going on 50 minutes of me talking. So check us on Wednesday night. Me and my boy Tivo, Dark Side Jedi, Lords of the Long Box. Wednesday night, we're going to talk about some new stuff. We're going to dissect probably the Phoenix trailer and some other stuff. Check out. So I've got 2 CGC boxes coming back. Well, actually, Barry Gary is in Baltimore right now at the con. He's got 4 books for me that he's getting on-site graded. Amazing Spider-Man 361, Secret Wars 8, and 2 ASMs 252s. Okay? Yes, I'm telling you, people are sleeping on the Venom book, the Venom trailer, the Venom movie. Hardy is actually going to kill this. I think it's going to be great. To me, this might be a one-and-done story, and then Sony's going to be done with it. But I think it's going to be killer. They're throwing all their chips up on the table, and I think it's going to be great. Yeah, Barry Gary's all over the place. He's got his own booth up there. So he's got an ASM 361, 2 ASM 252s. This is really a symbiote thing here. And Secret Wars 8, both for all high grades, 9.2s or more. But those are on-site gradings, which I've never done before. He's going to ship those books to me. I'm going to get them. I got about another 12 books, heavy hitter books, sitting at CGC, but I won't see those for a while. My boy Roger, who's in Chicago right now, is celebrating his anniversary, has got his 252 triple signed. It's probably sitting in his house because I got my books. He doesn't even know the grade, so we're going to do a live unboxing. So, yeah. So he's going to do a live unboxing. So we got a bunch of stuff coming up. So whether you're watching Lords of the Long Box or 3 Men in a Basement, thank you very much. I am Otto. This is my grotto. Thank you again. Thank you very much for joining me on a Saturday night. I am out. Peace, everybody.
Dad.